Hi guys, Saint here, and I wanted to talk to you guys about how to play a popular build in the meta right now, but I see a lot of people misplaying it and not playing it properly. So let's go over how to play the build. And the build is Ashe in 4 Wardens, which on paper sounds like a pretty easy board to play, but I think there's a lot of nuances to it that'll allow you to min-max and make a much stronger board and get a little bit more out of the comp with less money being spent. So let's do here. There is, and the last guy is set. So basically, this build is just 4 Wardens and Ashe. Kimchi, can you stop? And then I see a lot of people itemize this build kind of improperly, and also they don't really pick the augments properly for this build. So in my opinion, the must-have Ashe items are Gunblade. You have to have Gunblade because there's a lot of chip damage in the meta. Also, it keeps your front line alive. Rage Blade, and then Last Whisper. You don't actually need to go any other damage items on Ashe, like Deathblade, all that kind of stuff. I.e., that shit's all fake. Don't go that stuff. You just need a Sustain, Rage Blade to ramp, and Last Whisper. And then usually you put your tank items on either Alawi or Amumu, just whatever you get 2-starred first. It's kind of hard to get anti-heal in this comp, so you can just throw a random Sunfire on Nautilus or somebody. But generally, you're just going to be doing something like this, Stone Plate, and then a Redemption or something like that. And your build's going to look something like this. And then usually I'll have some floating gloves because you'll use one glove in the build. And you'll just chuck a TG onto Aphelios. Because Aphelios actually does a lot of damage, but you don't really want to itemize them. And usually TG is going to be enough. And then at 9, you can either put in Syndra for Faded. And that also gives Arcanist. Where's Syndra at? Or there is a Exalted that is Nautilus Aphelios, Lysandra, and then if that is the Exalted, then you just put Lysandra in at 9. And then if you have Warden +1, you can play 6 Warden. If you have Sniper +1, you can play 6 Sniper at 9. And so let's talk about some of the mistakes that people make with this comp is doing this, greeting for the Senna thing or whatever, and clumping your units up. You're always going to get Nautilus ultied. You're always going to get hit by Lilia. You're always going to get hit by Morgana. So don't do that. Usually you make two groupings of snipers, so that way you can bait the CC out and also the AoE. And then other mistake I see people do is they overroll on level 8. This board with just Aphelios 2 and Ashe 1, and then Alawi 2, Amumu 2, is very stable on level 8, extremely stable, since you have Gunblade to keep you up. If you don't have Gunblade, then your Ashe might just die to random chip damage. But if you have Gunblade, it's usually more than enough to let you slow push 9. Sometimes it's going to be a strong lobby, and you're going to have to roll down for Ashe 2. But most of the time you hit Ashe 1, and all your 3 costs upgraded, you're good to go to push 9. So, but that is on a case-by-case basis. Some lobbies are stronger than others. Let's talk about the augments for this comp. I think that's another place where people mess up on this comp is Ashe is literally just a combat augment check. This comp is all about combat augment. So that things like pump. If I get Pump It Up, Prismatic on turn 1, I instantly hard force Ashe. Just because it's 3.92 average, it basically makes all your snipers insanely strong. Same thing with Long Shot. Attack speed is incredibly powerful, and it gives you a free sniper's focus. Sniper's Crown is super good. Scoreboard Scrapper is really good too, because you can loose streak into this build. Spirit Guardian is really good, keeps your front line alive. Best Friends can be okay, but it's kind of hard to position set. But it is a good combat augment. You can basically just sack the set pumps later into the game. And then, regular Pump It Up is really good. And Caretakers is really good because you have so many units to itemize. And those are kind of the ones you want to look out for with this comp. Anything else is kind of whatever. Tiny but Deadly is okay. But those are the main ones you want to look for. Notice how there's not many econ augments that are listed here on the top. Yeah, Ashe can use econ augments and they're good. But if you look, the board we're looking at is very cheap. It's mostly 3 costs and 2 4-cost units for the most part that you need to get upgraded. So it's a very cheap build, so you don't need super heavy econ. You just want to take every econ augment you can get, and then item augments are also really good. I hope that helped you guys out, and good luck in your Ashe games. Bye-bye.